Hi, I'm Josh with the Boonshoff Museum of Discovery in Dayton, Ohio. Here in our astronomy wing today with our CEO Tracy to show us more about our cloud chamber and some of the interesting things that it can show us.
Thanks, Josh. I'm really excited to be here. I am in the Astronomy, the Hall of the Universe wing of the museum, and we're actually in what's called the sun room. And in this particular area, you can learn all about the life cycle of stars and our sun. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about some of the things that actually come through you every day as part of this life cycle of stars. What I think is an amazing tool, and I've only ever seen one here, is this cloud chamber. And you can see these particles that come off of these exploding stars way out in the other parts of our galaxy. If you think about it, when you feel heat off of our sun, it's radiation. So it's radiant heat, and we can feel that. But not only is it sending out heat, but these stars are also sending out little particles. Can't see that, but you can see them in the cloud chamber. So I'm going to compare this to something you may have seen in your everyday world. So if you have like a boiling pot of water and you're cooking up some spaghetti on the stove, and you see the steam and everything coming off, and that's all great. You can feel the heat. When that is all done and you move it aside, is there a mess kind of around there where all these particles came with that heat and left debris? Not that much different. So when you have an exploding star, the heat comes off of it in the form of radiation, and these alpha and beta particles come off of it, and they zip through. And the ones that are going fast enough will actually come through the magnetic field of the Earth. They'll come through our atmosphere. They'll come through our building, our clothes, through our body, keep on going. And it's really incredible. So some of these particles are attributed to why maybe today your phone works fine and tomorrow it doesn't work at all. Or you store something on a jump drive from your computer and the next day it's just gone, because these particles can actually flip little bits and bytes from 0 to 1, 1 to 0, mess up everything. I like to say that's what happens to all my computer troubles. All right, so I'm going to zoom in here, and we're going to look at these alpha and beta particles, and you're going to see them in this cloud chamber. This exhibit is this really delicate balance of hot and cold and ethyl alcohol, and it makes this really special cloud. Now let's take a look at some of these alpha and beta particles. So there was a great one. I hope you got that one. There was a great one. So the alpha particles leave these big wide trails. They're actually the core of a helium atom, just the core, not the electrons, of a helium atom. And then the beta particles are really small. So they're just an electron. That's all they are, and they're traveling supersonic speeds. So when you see them in here, you will see like really straight supersonic electrons. We call those the beta particles. You'll see big wide trails coming from those alpha particles, and then occasionally you'll actually see some collisions. So you'll see the big betas can bash into either maybe another beta particle or just a molecule of air. They're about the same size, and they'll divert and they'll make these little zigzag patterns. I was looking for some good ones, but they're all over, so it's hard to. There was a nice big alpha. So that's a lot of activity, and everything you see in here just amazes me that these little particles are passing right before our eyes, and they have come from millions and billions of light years away from our planet, down again through the magnetic field of the Earth, through the atmosphere, through the building, through everything, through this plexiglass, and then through this cloud where we finally are able to see them. It's probably good we don't see them all the time because it would be very distracting. I find it really fascinating just to watch them. And some days, of course, they're more active than others. And because most of these are actually blocked by the cloud cover and the atmosphere, if you were on a cloudy day, you should see less. We actually have a nice clear day out there right now. And if you were at a higher altitude, you would see more because there's less atmosphere protecting it. So I hope you will come see this next time you're at the museum and share in knowing what you're looking at.
Thanks, Tracy. It's really interesting learning about all the particles that are zinging around us as we speak. It's also really interesting to see all the cool things that we have here in the astronomy wing today. If you enjoyed our video, please be sure to like, subscribe, share. Let us know what you think. Thanks for tuning in.